Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Russell Wilson and the New York Jets versus Carson Wentz and the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10. Here's Wentz. And Walker has it. And right away, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. They'll be led out by a six-time Pro Bowler now in his 9th NFL season. It's Russell Wilson.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell, and he's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing, and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
From the 4-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Julio Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Good. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And he locates Walker, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
A gain of 7.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
6-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. Play action, now Wilson.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down. What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't they?
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. These two teams all tied after one.
Score tied 7-7.
A give to Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
A gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That is caught by Rodgers. He's got a Jets touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets have taken the lead. And, man, Charles, talking about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
A little stinger, but a touchdown. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call, because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward.
And it's third down.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Arizona.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Tano Passanio. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running...
Touchdown, Cardinals! Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Seibert on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to...
Julio Jones.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller. And individually, he's done his thing with the 2 touchdowns. Bottom line, though, they're losing.
Seems to me that they need to get the ball to him a little bit more. You're right. He's done his part. They might need a little bit extra from him in order for them to try and get back into this game.
Maybe a 3rd, maybe a 4th touchdown. We'll see. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. That is caught by Cohen. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
A screen to Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Le'Veon Bell.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A.J. Green in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Jones on the return.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down.
23-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin up in Nashville. Buffalo in town to take on Tennessee. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. Matthew Stafford's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's get to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. and they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Falcons seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
At the 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Again, it's Bell. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Jets will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 29, Wentz throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But now it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Jets now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson looking downfield. He's got a man. Complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. The give is to Bell. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Bell, the ball carrier.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off the game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Bell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10. At their own.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Touchdown! And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Not much there, only a yard. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Wentz. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Jets' 49-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Barrett, a gain of 2. Brings up.
They'll go again with Bell. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
On 3rd down, Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Russell Wilson.
Javon Kinlaw in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
It's 4th down.
Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the calendar change to October didn't help.